While speaking about Bandish Bandits, because you have already mentioned that even if you are doing the comedy, you would want to seek a different kind of comedy for each of your characters, right? But if I could
Hmm.
speak to you about the character Arghya, because it stayed with me and I loved watching you in Bandish Bandits. So, what drew
Thank you.
you towards that particular script? Because it's all about music, it's all about blending the modernity with the classical genre. How did it come to you and why did you say yes to it?
Well, Anand, the director, is a dear friend, and we've known each other since our theatre days, like for almost 20 years now.
And he's
Uh,
hilarious, by the way.
yeah, he's so funny, and he's just and a very gifted guy. So when we met for the first season, it did take a little convincing because it wasn't one of the lead characters, but it was a very interesting character. And he said, like, we just gonna have fun with this character. He's a loudmouth. He's pushy. And I know that you'd be able to do it. I completely committed to it because Anand and Amrit were so passionate about this character, and I'm so glad that I did, because it's a character that I really love playing. I mean, he just says the wildest things. He says the most inappropriate things at the most inappropriate times, but he's got his heart in the right place. And so I like that about the character, that he's at a different pitch to everyone else, because he comes from a different world. And I think that's what's interesting, is when you have a world that you've created and then you have this one element who belongs to another world. It kind of suddenly you're like, Arey, this is not in this zone. Like, suddenly these guys are speaking in one way and he's speaking in a completely different ways. And then that's what an audience also responds to. Arey, ye banda bhi kya bol raha hai? Ye to kuch aur hi, he's from a different planet only altogether. So that's what's interesting. And I think the collaborative process with Anand was so good, because we really vibed together and gelled together. He would come with some lines he's written every morning, or I would come with a few lines I've written every morning, and we would kind of exchange a few notes and say, हाँ we ये बोलते हैं, no, not this is too much, don't say that, you're mad or what. So that kind of stuff, we just go back and forth with that and finally come to something. But I mean, of course, a lot of the lines are written by the writers, but there was some improv that Anand and me did on set as well.
And I think